Hello, welcome back everyone. My name is Kristen. I'm a healer, a spiritual coach, and a psychic intuitive. Today we're going to talk about the importance of doing your research when it comes to a practitioner. So if you have a spiritual problem you're dealing with right now, you've been on the spiritual path, you have an issue that's happening, it's very, very, very important to do your research if you're going to get help, okay, with that spiritual issue. Do your research on that person that's going to be helping you, okay? Make sure they're a professional. Just because someone knows a lot about different spiritual topics does not make them an expert on the thing you're going to see them about, okay? So make sure that you ask the person the right questions. Maybe ask them how long they've been a professional at doing this type of work. What kind of results have they received with other clients? You can even ask them questions in the thing that they're offering you, okay? Like, do you know about this or do you know about that? And kind of just gauge where their knowledge is on the topic. I'll give you guys an example of what happened to me so you can kind of understand what I'm referring to. So I thought I had a mischievous spirit in my home, maybe a demon, I'm not sure. Okay, I was having some activities that were taking place in my house and I was feeling concerned. And so I spoke to someone that was recommended to me about the issues that I was having, and she said, "Oh yeah, it's fine, come see me, we'll get that taken care of." Okay, now this person had done many courses on spirituality. She was very knowledgeable, and I'm not going to say her name because I still feel that she was a very good practitioner in a lot of ways, and she helped me in a lot of ways, but in the one way that I needed help, she actually hindered me. So even though she had some training on, removal of entities, she had gotten through some programs and stuff, she didn't fully know what she was doing, okay? So she did some tests on me, some ways to figure out, if there's any entities around me, and she found four or five entities that were around me, okay? And she had me do the exercise to get rid of these entities. So I had to go through a step-by-step process in order to get rid of all these entities, okay? But what she did fail to do was she failed to ask if these entities were of love and light and Christ consciousness, or if they were of mischievous or deceptive nature, okay? She failed to differentiate if these entities were good or if they were bad. So instead of asking those questions, she proceeded to have me remove all of the entities that were around me, okay? And whether or not there was any good or bad, any bad ones, whether or not there was any bad ones, to this day, I'm not 100% sure, okay? But what I do know for 100% fact is that she not only, if there was any bad ones, she removed them, which is great, but she also removed my good entities, okay? She removed the entities that have been working with me for some time now. She has removed, some, whether it was ancestors that I worked with, because I do have an ancestor altar, or whether it was my guardian angels or guides, okay, or my spirit guides, or passed on loved ones, whatever entities I had around me, okay, she removed them all. And the reason why I know she did damage to me is because I no longer received the downloads that I used to get. I used to get several downloads a day, warning me of things or helping me in a certain situation, really opening up my intuition, helping me in different areas of my spirituality. And I no longer get those downloads anymore. I don't get much of anything anymore. I can still feel some presence of a small percentage of guides, whether it be one or two. Definitely, I know there's still some guidance around me, but I feel that the guidance has went from, like 100% down to maybe like 10% now. So guys, make sure whoever you go see is a professional on the topic. Interview more than one person, okay? Talk to them about their experiences, see if they know what they're doing, okay? Even research the topic yourself before you pick somebody out. Educate yourself on, removing entities and things like of that nature, okay? Before you go pick somebody out that is going to help you with that issue. I failed to do my research and I failed to interview multiple people. I went for the first person that I heard about that deals with this sort of thing. And in the process, I actually, did myself some damage, okay, some harm, okay, and she did damage and harm, okay. And the thing is once you remove your guides, you tell them to go away, you don't want anything to do with them, then it's very hard to get them back, okay? A lot of them will be gone forever. So now I have to, build up my spiritual court again, okay? So just be mindful of that. Now, if you're asking, would I go see this woman again? I would for other things, okay? Because she helped me in other ways. But would I go back to see her for an entity removal? Absolutely not, okay? I would definitely go to someone way more knowledgeable, or I would do it on my own now that I understand the process and I know how to differentiate between the good and the bad entities to get rid of, okay? I would probably do it myself. So I didn't want to say this person's name because she does offer a lot of good things. But, when it comes to that field, I don't think she's very experienced in that field. As far as I know, she's never done any card readings or witchcrafty things like that. Spells or rituals type things. So I don't feel that she has enough expertise in that area of entity removal to be doing that on other people. But you know what? I'm not gonna bash her and say her name over here because a lot of you guys aren't gonna know who she is anyway because she lives in my area. And for the ones that watch me that do live in my area, I don't want to negatively say something about someone in the spiritual community because that could affect her business, right? But anyway, so this was just an eye-opener for me. I learned the hard way, unfortunately, and now I have to build up my spiritual court again to get those downloads like I was getting before. So yeah, just something to be aware of, guys, to really be mindful if you have a spiritual problem, to get help from someone that is a professional, someone that has many, many years of experience. Many years of experience, okay guys? It's really, really important. So definitely do your research before you decide on anybody to help you with a specific spiritual issue. Thank you guys for watching. Love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.